A 21-year-old student from Corozal town lost his life in a tragic road traffic accident on the Phillip Goldson Highway. On Tuesday evening, Jorge Vargas was among a group of students traveling in a taxi van from San Roman Village to Corozal town when tragedy struck in Ranchito Village. The taxi they were in collided head-on into an ambulance that was traveling in the opposite direction. At the time, Jorge and 3 other passengers in the van were heading home from classes at Centro Escolar Mexico Junior College. Among the first persons to arrive at the scene of the accident was Hugo Gonzalez, the dean of the 6th form.
I was at home already, and a teacher notified me that she was on the scene of the accident. That would be Miss Melissa Alfaro, my IT teacher. And when she notified me, I immediately got up and I drove to the scene of the accident. When I got there, some of the students had already been transported to the Corozal Community Hospital. Then I saw the body of Jorge Vargas was still on the scene of the accident.
Jorge Vargas died on the spot. Today, an altar was erected inside the school's cafeteria in memory of the business student. His colleagues wore all black to school. Friends of Jorge penned emotional farewell notes inside the pages of a book that was placed beside the altar. One student wrote, "To my dear friend Jorge, may you rest in peace. You are in a better place today." Another student, "I didn't get to tell you how I felt about you. I always said tomorrow and tomorrow, but look what happened yesterday. It is very hard losing you. I feel like I can't breathe."
When we got here this morning, a lot of the students were very sad. Some came to offer their condolences. Teachers are going through a difficult time trying to accept the fact that he is no longer with us. In the history of our school, this is the second student we have lost for the 15 years that we have been in operation.
And while the school is finding it hard to come to terms with the loss, Vargas's immediate family has been overtaken with grief since they received word of the tragedy. His mother was too distraught to give an interview. Rafael Riverol, Jorge Vargas's cousin, spoke with us on the family's behalf.
Yesterday evening, the mother, as she would always routinely do, she would pick him up at a certain spot in town. And so yesterday she did receive the call from Jorge, affectionately known as Jorge for us. He did call his mom and said that he was moving from school and he would be picked up at by lights at 3:30 p.m. But unfortunately that call wasn't made. No? So the family at that moment when they heard about an accident, they started call. Well, we're quite a supportive and joint family, so everybody started calling, and we know that we have him traveling daily for school. So they didn't know, the parents, his father was working as well and he was coming back from Orange Rock. So we were the first ones to know, and then we didn't want for them to know until they were at home, no? So, but unfortunately that didn't happen. They found out before the time, and so they were informed that yes, indeed, it was Jorge that was the one who died at the scene. No?
Riverol described Jorge as a fun and jovial individual. He was nearing the end of his final year of the studies in the school's business entrepreneurship program. Jorge was also a football player and an active member of his community.
Right now, I think it's more heartbreaking to find out that he did achieve his 3-point on a roll, and now he did receive some awards just days before yesterday.
Centro Escolar Mexico JC is involved in planning the funeral. The school has also extended its assistance to the families of all the students involved in the tragic accident.
We're talking about 3 other students currently at the Corozal Community Hospital. We have Anthony Sib, who is from Pachacan Village. He's being treated there. Then we have, I was made to understand that Armando Pat was transported this morning from the Corozal Community Hospital and is now being treated at the Northern Regional Hospital. The other student is Alia Marroquin. And I spoke to her. She was stable, but she had suffered multiple fractures, and she had an abrasion on her head.
In honor of the hard work that Vargas dedicated in his schooling up until the time of his passing, an honorary degree will be awarded to his family.
Jorge was about to graduate in December. And so I was having a conversation with my chairman earlier, and the school does intend on having a program tribute to his life. And we are going to issue an honorary associate degree to the parents.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.